songs that you're going to hear tonight were written, composed, arranged, and otherwise made up by the kids themselves, except for our first song and our last song, with me providing some structure and technical support to the process. We've been working on these songs for several weeks, and the variety and the weird ideas that these kids come up with just continues to amaze me. Mrs. Linton's class was rather inspired by some of the pioneer songs that we sing in 4th grade as part of their social studies of Wyoming history, and they decided they wanted to do a song in the style of a frontier ballad. Now, the story that they came up with is what we call a trickster tale. These stories are popular in different cultures all over the world of an animal who beats the system and has a great time causing all kinds of trouble and somehow always manages to get away with it. This is called the milk snake. Mr. Long's class put together a piece called Mountain Scenes. This is actually 3 miniature pieces of music, each with an introduction by the students, but I still want to say a little bit about it anyway. The first one, The Journey, depicts the emotions that we feel of relaxation and fun when we get to the mountains and start setting up camp. But the mountains can also be spooky and frightening. And the second tune is based on an Arapaho story that one of our students shared with us of a creepy mountain spirit called the Laughing Boy. And then our third piece is a musical portrait of one of our local animal heroes, Bam Bam the Ram.
As I walk up the mountain, I hear the breeze rustle the leaves on the big trees. I hitch up a campsite and hope for a breeze as we cook hot dogs on the fire and take our ease.
Long ago, while Native Americans lived in teepees,
there was a mountain spirit known as the Laughing Boy.
he was known for executing men by making them laugh to death.
And he still roams the mountains today.
Hearing our jam.
Let us tell you about Bam Bam the Ram.
Well, Bam Bam the Ram,
Sure liked to slam.
he slammed into a ram.
Not a ram, but a ram.
A ram truck?
Yeah, he didn't have much luck,
He was just trying to earn a buck.
so he could earn his own dump truck.
Poor Bam Bam the Ram,
With his poor luck
he never earned a single buck.
for that dump truck.
Staying with the theme of being in the mountains, Mrs. McNiven's class wrote a song called The Louie Lake Camping Trip. Camping can be so relaxing, except when you're trying to maneuver an overloaded camper through the mud, and you have a dog and a crying baby, and you're overstuffed with grandma's knitting supplies, and a grizzly bear shows up, then it's not quite so relaxing.
Our family went to Louie Lake, an exciting camping trip. We brought our dog and baby Bob, and this is how it all went wrong. Grandma brought her knitting supplies, it took up too much room. Our dog packed all his bags of treats, we were so stuffed we could barely move. We finally got onto the road, it was a sunny day. Then we saw some stormy clouds, we wished they'd go away. It started raining heavily, we got stuck in the muck. Our diesel couldn't pull it out, this was just our luck. We all got out to push and pull, the baby stayed inside. We pushed it off into the lake, and splash, the baby cried. The doggy jumped into the lake to rescue baby Bob. Instead he saved his doggy treats, we turned into an angry mob. We heard a splash into the lake, it was a grizzly bear. It broke into the camper and we were all in despair. When baby sounded scared to death, we saw the bear come out. Baby Bob was riding it like a cowboy on his mount. Yeehaw!
Two men looked through prison bars. One saw mud, the other stars. That very simple but very profound poem was written almost 100 years ago by a writer named Dale Carnegie. And it became the inspiration for Mrs. McFadden's class and the song that they created. Unlike most of our songs, which are inclined toward goofy, these being elementary kids, this is a very serious song about the inner struggle between hope and despair. This is called Prisoners of War.
Across jagged mountains and blood-soaked sand, there was a place of captive land, a place of bars and stone. Even though there were many, they felt alone. Hungry and thirsty, some had hope of home. Others couldn't see beyond the stone. Remembering when the gunshots rang, cries of triumph and of pain, everything was lost. Despair and optimism both had their cost. It's hard to stay bright in the middle of the night. Remember, there's an end of the fight. Two men looked through prison bars. One saw mud, the other stars.
We saved our weirdest song for last. When we start this process, we start with a brainstorming session with the whole class, and we try to get about 10 or 15 good starting ideas on the board. We call these ideas seeds, because they're just small, simple ideas that we can choose, and then everybody throws in their own creativity and their own bit, and we grow these into full-fledged pieces of music. Now, I give the kids a lot of freedom with this. In fact, there's really only 5 criteria. Their starting idea, let me see if I can remember them. It has to be simple, the starting idea, not the finished song. It has to be original. It has to be doable, things we can actually do with our 4th and 5th grade music skills. It has to be okay for school, keeping it G-rated. We have some fun discussions about that one. And it has to be interesting to the class. Now, a couple of the kids in Mrs. Robertson's class were interested in this genre of music called Viking metal. This is kind of a thing on YouTube, look it up. It's a style of music that has lots of droney harmonies and really heavy beats and minor keys, lyrics that tend toward the dark side. Well, one of the other kids shared an idea that they wanted to do a story about a sewer rat. But not just any sewer rat. A rough, tough, crusty old sewer rat that wandered around the sewers picking fights with alligators. Well, as soon as we saw those two ideas on the board, it was pretty obvious to all of us that those two ideas were just meant to go together. And so now we have this song, The Viking Sewer Rat. We have one more song to sing for you. Can you believe this is almost done already? These kids put in 2 solid hours of rehearsal today, plus a whole bunch of time in the classroom, and it's always surprising after that how fast the actual concert goes. Before we sing our final song, and while the kids are getting ready for that, I want to say thank you to a few people. A concert like this, the kids and I get to be up here and take the bows, but there are a whole bunch of people that work behind the scenes to make these concerts happen, and I just want to recognize some of those people. First of all, Mrs. Hakel, our principal, is always so supportive and enthusiastic of all of the weird and wonderful things that we do in music class. We always love it when she drops in and sings a song with us, and she is just a great boss at our school. How about a hand for Mrs. Hakel? Our teachers and paras and other staff at our school are just amazing people, and they do so much to help this concert happen, from the classroom teachers who accommodate random weird rehearsals that I ask for the kids with extra time, and sometimes even give up their own class time to help the kids work on their writing for this, to the paras who provide everything from behavior support to reading support to folding our programs that you're enjoying to all sorts of other things that I don't probably even know about, to Mrs. Powell, our instructional facilitator, who is behind the camera tonight so we can have a good video of this performance. How about a big hand for all of our teachers and staff? Another amazing group of people we have at our school that don't get to get up here and take bows nearly often enough is our custodians. Josh and his crew hauled all these instruments over, and you've only seen about half of them because we also did this on Tuesday night with completely different songs. I think they must have rented a semi-truck or something to get all these instruments over here. The high school staff, when I got here Tuesday, dropped everything and helped me get the stage set up. Mr. Wendell is up in the booth working the sound and the lights for us tonight, and we really could not do this without them. How about a huge round of applause for our custodians? I want to say a thank you to all of our parents and grandparents and aunties and uncles and all our other caregivers. The work ethic that these kids have shown this year, the pleases and thank yous that I get, the enthusiasm with which these kids have tackled some really difficult tasks. I'm sure some of you know enough about music to know this is some hard stuff that they made up and then had to really, really work to master and to perfect. All of those things show me that there are some really good things going on in our homes in this community. I know that being the parent of a musician is not always an easy task, and we really appreciate all of the parents and other kids, all other caregivers. Kids, how about a huge round of applause for your parents? And finally, I want to say thank you to the kids. You are some of the most hardworking children that I have ever worked with. You all have worked so hard with so much energy and so much enthusiasm and so much joy, and I am so grateful for all of the fun and happiness and just absolute weirdness that you all add to my life. I have the coolest job in the world, and I really appreciate all of you. How about one more round of applause for these kids? We're going to do one more song for you. This is called Ordinary Day. It's a song about keeping your head high through difficult times and just refusing to let life get you down. It comes to us from Newfoundland in Canada, but it works pretty well for Wyoming too. Thank you all so much for coming. We hope you've enjoyed the show. got to experience. So we're going to do one of our favorite songs. This is called What Shall We Do with a Drunken Sailor? And like the seafarers of old, we do the old traditional verses, but we threw in a few more modern twists on it too. So see if you can spot those. All right, ready?